niche. I'm trying to get in the mood.
Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Mr. MKL here. Yo everyone, what's up? Welcome to Niche Fighter Monday. Howdy Zam, howdy there Mohost. Hope y'all are doing well. Chilling here on a Monday, yo, as we always do, listening to some lovely Merfight tunes.
You're awesome.
I think it's all of you who are awesome, but thank you. Yo, Andrew, what's up? Even the bots came through. Oh, thank you kindly. What's going on, little bot man? Boom. Hey, wake up throws. Wake up button, I'm sorry. You're not, unless you stop me. That's on you. Man, yo, we're going to be hanging out today. We're going to be playing some games that were not supposed to be played, technically. I mean, unreleased games, man. There are a whole heck ton of unreleased fighting games out there in the world. And some of them have been unearthed over the years, and we are able to play them. And we're going to play one of those today, alongside a new game which is not released yet. It is just very early in development from a familiar face. So those of you around here probably already know who Andrea Demetrio is, or Andrea Demetrio. I'm going to always get his name pronunciation wrong. One day, I will get it right. Anyways, Andrea D, working on yet another fighting game. This time, it is... what is it? Rakugaki Rumble, I believe, is the working title right now. It is... I don't know. He said it was in response to something someone had said where they're like, what about games that work like this? And he is just like, I can do that. And so he started working on it. Yeah, Andrea Gens, that's another way to go about it. The Rakuga kids. And this is something that dawned on me as I was like, right, Rakugaki is Rakugaki, and so it's not Rakuga kids, it's Rakuga kids, or Rakuga kids, right? Have we been pronouncing this game's name wrong the entire time? Probably. People have pronouncing Garou, Mark of the Wolves, incorrectly for the longest time, so, you know, it happens. Oh, that's awesome, Hayama. You're gonna play some Schwarzer Blitz with Epsilon and Eagle. Yo, that's nice. Everyone should give Schwarzer Blitz a roll. Right? Ryu, Ru. Who knows? This is honestly, it's one of the fascinating things about the kind of the international nature and the multilingual nature of fighting games, right? There are so many loan words that are being used. Sometimes a lot of them get pronounced incorrectly. I, for one, pronounce it eroge, not eroge, right? For the Aero games. It's kusoge, so it would be eroge, but eroge sounds so much better. Just make it French. I don't, what's... That is one I will that is one I will die on. I will take that one to the grave. All right, friends, yo. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's kick off Niche Fighter Monday. Niche Fighter Monday. And it is always fun to play something new and exciting from one of our lovely indie devs on Niche Fighter Monday. The graph paper. Yes, so I right, it's Rakugaki Rumble, I believe. Let me double check, because I did get the message here. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Rakugaki Rumble. Because I gotta get it right, man. And this is, it's a, what, Squarespace, Squarespace Combat, Squarespace something, Squarespace Fight is what the actual
Niche Fighter
name of the game is, right, in the file. So, good times. We know what we're in for, man. We got the graph paper. Squarespace.com is probably why it's not going to be the actual name. The best sponsored fighting game ever. So we have ourselves. We talk a lot about 4-button fighting games, 6-button fighting games, yada yada yada. We got 2 buttons. We got 1 normal attack and we have an install. There's no blocking in this game. This is what we got. Less buttons, please, right? I am always a fan of seeing where you can get interesting and, kind of nuanced gameplay out of limited number of buttons. It's one of the reasons Dive Kick is so interesting. It's one of the reasons Arcus Chroma is so interesting when it removes jumping, right? So 1 button, no blocking. We have some command normals. We do have also specials, so we have a 2-3-6. I suppose I can throw on my input display, can't I? Boom. Actually. I'm gonna put it up here for you fine folks. Yo, when you can... Honestly, and some of the fighting game adjacent stuff does some really cool stuff with, using dual stick controls, dual analog controls to have like full limb control. And it's more the like velocity of your swing as opposed to the button press and all that, right? Different twists on this can create some really different, interesting dynamics. So yeah, I'm kind of stoked to see what just this 1 button here is, right? So we have a 5A. We have a 2A. We get some distance, right? We can go forward A and get some nice distance. And then back is just back hop, right? We have a normal attack. We have fireball for this kick. And we have inverted fireball 6. Yo, if you want the tiger knee, it's 6-3-2. And then some of these are cancelable in the air. Yeah, right, KO? Walk speed already looks good. It like immediately the game feels really snappy. Where I would probably say there's a lot of weight to the jumps right now, and the jump normal because it's basically you're using the you're just using the standing animation. It's a little weird it feels a little weird, especially when you're doing your jumping attacks and stuff. But other than that, like the movement itself feels really nice. Yo, twin stick fighter ASAP. One for movement, one for attack. So I think like if I just tap, like the jump height is the same. It's not variable jump height, but it does change when you use the normal. So like I can get this little extra pop up, or it right, it like starts your gravity downwards, depending. So dash animations look really nice. Like the idle frames, like the keyframes are super solid. Yeah, even that, just like I said, the when you cancel from your tiger knee into your kick, it has this little extra like hop on the animation, and I don't know, just like those little like rounded things feel really cool. So there is a combo counter, so you'll see it pop up, but it doesn't actually count the numbers yet. It just registers that there's a combo. And then this game is about the wall bounces, man. So if you've played something like Combo Babies or Rainbow Core Hypernova, those are games that use kind of the Smash Brothers, you know, increased knockback idea, and can have some really wild like wall bounce situations. And so that's kind of what this is all about, right? So you get 2 wall bounces before there's a wall splat, and your combo ends. And then everything, once you launch them like this, everything will increase. It'll like increase their velocity, and you can see the 1 wall bounce, 2 wall bounce, hits the ground. And so it's just, what can you do to juggle in between? And then since we only have normals and this install, there are 2 types of installs, and I'm gonna do our friend Andrea a solid, and I'm gonna actually read the effing manual, which is something I don't do often enough. So the installs, 5B on the ground is the infinity install. It'll cancel every grounded attack. It lasts 2.5 seconds, and it removes the bounce limit and increases the momentum transfer from the walls. So increase momentum and no bounce limit. And then there's a 2B, right? So 2 install, crouching install, is the 0 install, which cancels every grounded attack, lasts 2.5 seconds, but it removes the bounce altogether, right? It removes the bounce altogether and reduces your damage to 66%. So you get to do just no wall bounce juggles as much as you want and just keep them airborne. And then when it runs out, the wall bounces will come back. Yo, manual reading. I mean, the number of times Andrea has had to come into my streams to be like, my friend, have you read the manual? Because that is listed on page 2. It's not even funny anymore. So I'm doing them a solid. Doing myself a solid, really. Big shout out to reading the manual. It's so funny. I think part of it is that so many of the games that we play around here don't have manuals. A lot of them don't even have FAQs. So where do you go for the information? You just play it and figure it out, right? And it's like, sometimes it's easier just to do that. So I think I've just gotten into that mode a lot. And so I forget sometimes that our indie devs are like, my friends, here's how my game works. And then they've just written a text file for it. Oh, absolutely, KO. And then, yeah. Games should absolutely be doing their thing in game to make sure people are right. People are being tutorialized properly. But especially for this kind of stuff, where it's a game and like it's just in development. It's like I think this game is 9 days into development. I don't even think we're at day 10 from Andrea starting this game, right? So. Already, I love this, and it's just like, this is like a half-screen Kara normal, right? Because normal, if I do it at the same time, it stays there, but if I just Kara forward into that, it just covers a lot of distance. It's great. Yeah, mechanics breakdowns. That's legitimately, I think that is, I need, like, honestly, a basic FAQ. I do not need to know a tier list when I start playing a game, right? Like, I don't know how to combo. I don't know what the basic systems are. Why do I care who top tier is? Like, why is that one of the first things I see when I get into, like, a wiki? Right? Man, I love, okay. I gotta take a second. I love all of our wiki contributors and editors and moderators out there. You do so much amazing work. Give me a GameFAQ style FAQ. Please. Please, please, please give me a GameFAQ style FAQ. I need to know what my button layout is. I need to know the basics of how, like, specials are, right? Like, maybe a move list, that's nice, right? But, like, tell me what my buttons are, tell me what the core systems are, right? If I don't know that, 3 heavy punch, heavy kick together is my universal launcher, which goes into an auto combo, it doesn't matter that fucking, like, that the Elizabeth Strange has the best one in the game. Like, that's not information that I need. Please stop with that. Like, I understand it. Like, wikis, especially the wikis these days, they're like comprehensive, large-scale community repositories of knowledge. But, like, when I'm like, hey, I should learn X game, I really, man, like, all I need is, like, these are the characters, these are their moves, these are the basic systems. Come back and click this button once you understand that, and we can tell you about tiers, we can tell you about, fucking guard cancel from X, Y, and Z, and that's the only way you get your major damage. We'll get to it. Please. Sorry, that has been on my mind a lot recently, so I had to vent a bit about it, because, oh man, seriously, GameFAQs articles from, like, the early 90s or the mid 90s or whatever is way more useful than some of the, like, learn how to play X game videos that I find on YouTube. It's wild. Time for some FAQ last updated in 95 with command list down toward away right shift. Seriously, sometimes more useful. How is that happening? All right, we were talking about installs. So, right, this is how it normally works, right? We can do our, like, little mid-screen juggle here, but then they hit the wall and they bounce. I do wonder, those GameFAQ style forums are now migrated to Discord stuff, right? Yeah, oftentimes you'll get those in Discords. There'll be, like, a pinned message in a Discord somewhere which has that basic information. But that's, like, once again, that's, like, getting into the whole Discords are this, like, closed ecosystem of information, even if they're technically public forums, right? And they're not searchable in the same way. So, right? So, I mean, like, that's it. Even when the response to that is, hey, we have the wiki, right? Like, I think the use case of a lot of people, even players like me, is not the deep dive into the wiki that the community has spent, collectively 42 years building. Like, I don't need that nuanced information. I need a broad overview. And it's funny, I think those broad overviews are sometimes really missing in a lot of those community information repositories. Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay, so the paradox of the more popular something is in the FC, the less documentation newcomers there is. I mean, yeah, there's a whole discussion to be had about where is our like onboarding focused on, right? Is it newcomers? Is it intermediate players? Is it expert player information? Okay, so usually bounce, wall bounce, right? But so we have like I said, we have our regular install, which removes the wall bounce limit. I don't have a combo that can accommodate it quite yet. But then our crouching install, 2B, removes the wall bounce altogether. So I should be able to do 2B and then just this in the corner, right? And you can see that the momentum, the velocity still gets added to it as the combo extends and they get thrown higher and higher. So we got a little bit of the H and K basketball combo going on, right? Putting that into its whole system, but only having one button and right now 2 specials. Alright, so... Ooh, okay, that's kind of fun. So you can get the 2, backdash to try to set up your positioning, right? But look, man, it goes, like, the velocity increase is so hardcore, like, you have to go full screen, and it takes you, right? And it's just like one hit, so managing those juggles is going to be really interesting. I don't know how consistent all of this is. It does seem pretty consistent. Okay, and so, oh, and you see it there at the top left, right? So it's the paintbrush is our meter there. And if you do your regular install, it has infinite, so, right, the juggles never, the bounce limit is infinite. And then if you do your down and install, it's 0. So the bounce limit is 0, because you can only do your regular juggles. That's cool, that's nice. I really, dude, I love this kind of, this sketchbook aesthetic is so cool. Ayama's favorite asking for info moment is anyone has a Lord Raptor video and they sent you the Lord Raptor rap from the cartoon. Thank you for the most useful information possible. Oh, heck yeah, Mohas.
Welcome to the digital basement.
We definitely will. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is interesting, right? So, if you build up a bunch of momentum, and then you install, what happens to their momentum? Okay, so they seem to keep it. I just go into the wall, kick. Oh, I don't have bar. Yeah, they seem to just keep it. Oh, shit! Whoa, okay. So controlling this is gonna be another matter. Oh boy. Yo, that was pretty real. Yeah, that's a wall bounce. Yo, HNK, eat your heart out. Whoops. I hit the wrong. Oh, man. Right, and so yeah, that was the 2, right? That was the crouching install, so the 0 install. Oh, let's go, infinite install, man. And yeah, and it all transfers over, so whatever momentum you have when you start the install is still there, and then it keeps getting added even through the infinite install, and then once you get through it, yeah, I guess probably best to just use your controlled wall splats when it's super low in momentum. Whoops. Keep hitting the, yeah, hitbox on... It's the... Yo, no one thought pause linking was going to be a thing in Street Fighter 4 when that game came out, so why not hitbox on linking? Or cancels. Clearly, I should just go and remap my buttons at some point. Oh, no, there is no button remap yet, but you know what I'm saying. That is beautiful. All right. Right? Like, just, it's two little cancels. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's add in a bit more because we got 5A, 2A. Ooh, see, and that... So I think this all is pretty damn consistent, though, eh? Yeah, she goes into orbit at that point. Yeah, just freaking whipping around the world. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. Okay, okay. 5A, 2A, fireball. Then we can probably get button into Tiger Knee. Or Tiger Knee into button, I guess. Yeah, okay, but so while the arcs and the angles and the momentum accumulation seems to be very consistent, right? It also means that you have to get whatever proper bounces. Dude, you're trying to like control the DVD menu, right? It's the DVD video logo menu that you're trying to control bouncing around the screen at this point. So like where you start really matters. Right, because, yeah, from deep in the corner, I can get that consistently. But if I'm just outside of the corner, it's nowhere near as easy. Okay, and then I need to do my 2A. Yeah, see? Right? If I'm not right in the corner, that whiffs. That really is the most consistent way, though. From, right, 2A, kick, and then that lines them up to come right back to you. Didn't reset my bar. Fun fact, in Tekken 7, there's a bug. Combos work due to the height position of the characters, certain coordinates, things break just a little for those combos to work, plus they only work on 3 maps. Yeah, some of the like really esoteric shit like that where you're like, game breaks, so combo works now is... Those are always fun to discover. Okay, so what about crouch install? What about the 0 install combos? Let's try for one of those. Ah, see, too much momentum, they get launched away. Dang it. Yeah, so they really do get very far. Okay, Okay, so 5-2 that. Oh, does it happen in the corner? Do they automatically go? Or can I get... Yeah. Okay, so I need to be outside of the corner. Take them into it with this. And then I should be able to catch them. All right. Oh, that's actually really fun. Because, okay, so the cost for the infinite install versus the 0 install is the same. It's just if you have bar, you can do it. So it's this, like... It's a great bit of decision making where you're like, because you're going to have different utility based on, with each of them based on where you are on the screen. So knowing that, oh, I'm mid-screen going in, I got to use my 2 or whatever, right? It allows interesting routing as well. Okay, you can do it. Cancel fast enough. There we go. Woohoo! Oh man, I got 6-2-3 motions are weird for me, man. I don't know why. It's not that hard. It's basically the same thing as a fireball. I don't know why it's that difficult for me. Because that's right, I was trying to get the tiger knee juggles, but it says they're flying so high. Look at that. All right. Yeah, the infinite juggle, I gotta say. Ah, see, doing it too early. Woohoo! Chasing them down with the dive kick. All right. Backdash, tiger knee. That's another option. All right, we're starting to figure some stuff out here. Hmm. What's up, Butler? Yeah, man, I'm playing some KenJu today. So yeah, on top of this, so this is a new unreleased game. KenJu is an old unreleased game. And yeah, KenJu from Dream Factory, man. So for fans of Tobal, for fans of Airgees, for fans of... What else were those guys responsible for? Didn't they have some, like, sexy maiden fighting game it is as well, right? Like... They had a handful. Oh, they did Toshinden on the Wii. I was like, okay. But yeah, it was unceremoniously canceled in like 2005, and it was almost complete. Like KenJu is almost complete. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at that. It was a Thomas Wave game, so it was like the Dreamcast arcade board, basically. For those of you who don't know. Oh, the bouncer! They did do the bouncer! You're totally right! Yeah, Airgees. They did a few. They were like, they had some fighting game, like, bona fides, right? So it's weird to think in 2005 too, like, there wasn't really any competition. I mean, it was the quote-unquote dark ages, right? And I mean, perhaps, and I use that term facetiously, but right? I'm surprised that it being so far into development and then being canceled, like, something must have happened. They must have gotten, like, I don't know, some terrible, terrible response at their location tests. I know. I am so excited. I am so excited for some absolutely wild ping pong combos here. Like, you get, like, if you get the, like, this little combo into the install and then 2 of your 2As and they get so much momentum. I'm trying to figure out if I can then jump and get some air attacks or, like, hit them with the tiger knee. Right? They also inflicted Gakuto Chojin on the world. Hey, look, there's good and bad, all right, man. We gotta take the good with the bad. Yeah, it was basically that. Okay, poor response at the location test, and Thomas Wave wasn't going too smooth as they planned. I guess, yeah. Like, I don't know when the Atomis Wave platform really finally crumbled, but probably not long after, right? Yes, Butler. It is like part Smash Brothers, part Lethal League. Like I had said before, Rainbow Core Hypernova is another game that takes kind of a similar approach. It is so cool, man. And then, so yeah, dude, you have 2 different types of installs. One that removes the wall bounce and lets you do infinite regular juggles, and then the other one that removes the 2 wall bounce limit and lets you do that crazy ping pong shit, right? So you can also do, for example, right, the other install does that, and it removes the wall bounce for like 2.5 seconds. And then, but this is so cool, man, like... So I'm trying to figure out, like, like, there's only... Andrea's working on a second character right now, which I'm excited to see what they have, because you can do your, right, yeah, you can do your air specials or, like, your kick special out of your Tiger Knee. But other than that, you don't really have anything. And I'm like, man, if we can get someone that just ground bounces, dude, just let me change the trajectory by, like, 5 degrees, please. Yeah, so gotta find a better... I need a better zero install option here. Yo, yes, Burp. I was gonna get into that a little bit when I threw it on, but yes, the KenJu was apparently preserved by Showtime, the president and creator of guy behind the X Arcadia platform, and Eric Showtime, can't remember his last name. Show, I'm gonna assume, is right, is like big into the arcade scene, and I think it's really interesting. So, mate, this is a good time to talk about it. Like, he did a good thing by preserving this game. I read that it was some collector an unnamed benefactor is what they were called, provided this arcade board of KenJu to Showtime. And they were able to preserve it and eventually get a dump that worked as on like Dreamcast, right? So like that's amazing. And this is a guy who has connections in the fighting game and in the arcade scene, right? In the collector scene, particularly. This is one of the reasons things like Fallen Angels are happening on Exa Arcadia. This is one of the reasons you're getting some of these games either brought back to life or given a platform on the Exa Arcadia. He has these connections, right? And I'm wondering what you all think. Like, is it inherently bad? Like, would this have happened? And would this have come out if not for these connections? Something like Fallen Angels. Okay, and in fairness, it was supposed to come out already and it hasn't come out. So we don't know what the hell's happening with it. But that being said, we might get access to a complete version of that game thanks to this person's efforts, if only it being through the Exa Arcadia. So where is that balance of preservation, which this man has obviously done some of, but what happens when that preservation is gated behind a platform like the Exa Arcadia, right? It's an interesting thought experiment to think about, what matters, right? Because there are a lot of people out there who are collectors who preserve things and then hoard them, right? They will never see the light of day until these people die and their estate is sold off, and even then, maybe not, right? So it's just, I don't know. Is it better? Is it better to have someone not hoard it but have it be gatekept? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know where I fall on that yet, right? It's a complicated it's a complicated thing to wrap your head around. But yeah, and I think you're gonna, if you look at what Exa is doing and what some of, especially in the first couple years of Exa, and what their highlight games and announcements were, it was using their deep connections to bring stuff oftentimes that we weren't supposed to be able to see again, right? They did it with Sam Show Special. What is it, Sam Show 6 Special or 5 Special, right? They did it with that. They did it with, and I don't know, it always hurts to see that shit locked away even a little bit, but there are much worse fates as well. And if the price of some of this preservation is it being gatekept, at least a little bit, but right? It, like I said, it's better than ending up in some dude's basement, right? What good is a game that is preserved in its factory sealed state, but no one gets to experience? It's not very good at all. Thank you, Beavis. Yes, it was Sam Show 5, perfect. Thank you. Which, once again, was a game that was out there publicly. It had location tests done for it. It was eventually pulled and never released. And there was, for years, talks about how real is this game, right? And it is very real. And now it is out there on an arcade platform. And I mean, there's something to be said for that. But there is... everything is a trade-off, right? Everything is a trade-off. And I mean, if you look into the preservation space, this is something that the Video Game History Foundation has spoken about on several occasions, that people are just dump it to the internet. And it's yeah, and burn my connection, right? They are only in the position to preserve some of these things because they have the trust of the people who have access to them. And if you burn that goodwill, if you burn that trust, you no longer get access to them. So even though some of these things are now being preserved and are being kept, but are being kept away from publicly dumping them on the internet, they're still there. They have the opportunity to preserve them. And hopefully we're going to be able to get a legal framework that allows it. We're going to be able to get a, social framework that allows it. But until then, we're doing the work, right? And that is a trade-off. You can't always just say, it's dumped on the internet and everyone can emulate it, because then maybe you won't get the next one. And what is it worth it? What is the trade-off? That's the question. And so I found it very interesting when I stumbled across the fact that Showtime was actually the one to preserve this, right? And what you don't see is, because probably he doesn't have the rights and the connections to get this released, I would wager that they would do it, right? Like, I think if Showtime is able to track down the KenJu, like track down Gene Factory and convince them to release the game to them so that they can release it on XR Arcadia, that he would 100% do it. But he's also just backed it up, and thanks to his efforts, people get access to it. Because I think it was several years. It was several years between when KenJu popped up on Japanese auction sites as a prototype board, right? And when someone posted some footage of it, like 4 years, I believe, between then and when someone finally purchased it, and then was eventually, like I said, it was, I don't know if it was gifted, I don't know if there was some kind of deal involved, but some unnamed benefactor provided access to Showtime, and voila, I'm able to play the game today, right? So, man, it's the world of balancing the world of preservation and balancing the world of collectors and their trust and our ability to get these games preserved and often in the public's hands depends on some of these trade-offs. Oh yeah, 100% Burp. There are fighting games still waiting to be leaked and emulated. There's a lot of them out there. And yeah, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. I mean, I every now and again I go through. I mean, if you haven't been onto this website, Unseen64, they have a bunch of like prototype footage and tales of unreleased, canceled games and stuff like that. Go through there and see. You can find footage and screenshots of these games that never were, or like updates that never officially got released. And there's a lot of really interesting stuff in there, and not the least of which is stuff like KenJu and Tattoo Assassins. Tattoo Assassins, another arcade game that we managed to get access to in some ways. Once again, partly gatekept. You want to play Tattoo Assassins? Realistically, what, you got to go to Galloping Ghost? Like, them's the breaks. But guess what? It's there, right? So, trade-offs, man. That's... Also save Primal Rage 2. Thank you very much, Burpman. Yes, Hayama, absolutely. So once again, right? I have some issues that I'm like, you see that, and it's being kept, right? There are reasons for it. Are they necessarily the best reasons? Should we stick to them? Let's have that discussion. But when I see the just leak it, and I'm like, it's not that simple, right? But yes, thank you, 5 Perfect, now on the Samsung Neo Geo collection, on Fightcade, right? These are things, it's also worth remembering, because like we were talking about how everyone was dooming about the XR Arcadia after EVO Japan. Rightfully so for a lot of reasons, right? But you don't necessarily, you're not going to necessarily be kept from these things forever. Some of these things do come out, right? And it's like, it's important to remember that sometimes it's going to be a process. Right, we might not have access to all the things that we want right now, but at least some of the work is being done, and there is some level of public availability. And like I said, I will take the fact that Tattoo Assassins now, you're right, it is. But if I'm not mistaken, it was basically only available at Galloping Ghost. Same with Primal Rage for the longest time. I think they had another game as well that was really only available there. And they went to great lengths to protect that, right? Yeah, and let's be honest. If it wasn't for MAME, no one would know shit about Doraku Tenshi. You're probably absolutely right about that. It's the only reason I know about it. And there's a whole... But yeah, like, emulation is the only reason a lot of people know about this stuff. And thankfully, it's, like, created enough of a community around it that people are... Yeah, like, there's more interest in digging deeper and getting access to these things and proliferating them more. So, not all is lost, right? But it was freaking hilarious. I was amazed when I came across that I was like, Showtime. Does everything come back around to? And see, this is it's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Sorry, it's the 6 degrees of 2D Fighter Maker, where name something, and within a handful of jumps, you can find your way to 2D Fighter Maker in a pretty fundamental way. Ooh, that's nice. Yo, I'm sorry. The mix is going to be... Well, there's no blocking. Okay, that's another thing. So there's no blocking, and your back button is a backdash. That's all you got. You got walk forward, and you got backdash. Backdash does have invincibility on it, since you're not able to block. You also have invincibility on your forward jump and your Jaguar knee. Your Jaguar knee has startup invulnerability, right? So that has some startup invulnerability. Your backdash does, and your knee does. Right? But just, oh man. Yeah, so many. I mean, same thing. I can't believe it took me as long as it did to get into Hyperfight. To get into so many fighting games. And this is it, where every single time, I'm like, I'm going to run out. I am just going to run out at some point, guys. There are not an infinite number of fighting games. I'm starting to believe that there are. I think that there's like a singularity somewhere that just randomly throws, like, it's just like cosmic rays of fighting games just blast onto the earth, and new ones appear, because every so often I'm just like, how did I not know this existed? KO, thank God backdash has invuln. Yeah, right? I mean, you gotta have something. Oh, can I... If I do 0, can I Kara forward A? Can I just keep doing that? Please tell me I can. Oh, dang. I can do it off the infinite, apparently. Yes! Yes! Kara... Okay, yeah, so... Kara 6A will let you get the corner carry. Oh man, yeah, you gotta roll that. Took Granblue versus 5 months before they decided, maybe backdash macro. Okay, maybe I can save some time on my install here. Oh, see, yeah, I was hoping that the Tiger Knee would catch him, but they go flying. Oh, sorry, the Jaguar Knee. I got this. I got this. Here, walk forward. 1, 2. Yeah, and then that's it. Once they hit that speed, what's the best option? I figure Tiger Knee or Jaguar Knee is your best bet because it's just going to go up and hit. And then you can cancel that into your kick, right? So I figure that's probably the most you're going to get realistically, unless you can get them to high velocity faster. God, okay, but it's also hard to know what side they're on, so sometimes your special doesn't come out. I didn't really consider that. yeah, I just got backdash. Oh man, Andrea, dude, Andrea Gens, they know how to put together a fun ass game. I gotta say. Oh man, okay, so without the install, what do we got? What do we got? Andrea is a genius. Yo, John Handgun, 10 out of 10, right? Just madman genius. I love it. Okay, so we get kick, launch. And then let me just try to get my fireball kick. Yup. Okay. Okay. And that uses up all my wall bounces. So I need to install off the fireball kick, right? Yeah. I think we got a plan. Oh, hitbox cancel. Oh, man. Okay, okay. And if they're starting at that speed, what the heck? Okay. I wasn't even hitting them after that, man. Yeah, and they go so fast. You absolutely cannot guarantee which if you're going to be able to get your special out. There's no way, man. Yeah, and you need to get the other launcher. All right, too fast on the launch in between. We got this, man. Oh, you can still... Okay, I can backdash and still get it. And you can also get it without the kick special, which is good to know. Oh, this is gonna get wild, man. Yo, no worries, Hayama. Do your thing, man. I'm gonna be heading over to KenJu in just a minute. I just want to try to get some saucy stuff here. Yeah, like, I don't even know if I'm hitting them. Was that a TOD though? Yo, I might have to check the VOD. Cause yeah, yo, it's almost 50%, right? It's almost 50% before they get... Yeah. Yo, there you go! I'm taking that one. Shit, man. See, yeah. See, I didn't hit them at all after that one. There we go. Got him. All right. All right. That's the metered TOD there. We got him. Yo, this is so sick. I highly recommend, yo, if anybody is interested in this, I don't know if it's actually publicly available, but I will say that everyone should just go pester him on Twitter. I will say that if everyone just... I'm going to give you all their Andrea D projects over on Twitter. Highly recommend you go bother them and be like, yo, guy, let me play... I was just going to say Rakuga Kids, and I know it's not Rakuga Kids. Rakugaki Brawl. There you go. Yo, Punk, what is up? We're doing good. Punk, have you tried the latest Andrea D Projects game? It is so good, dude. Oh, you played... Yeah, you mentioned working on it after you played that awful, awful vampire game. You can be... Yeah. Was that the inspiration? Was that actually the inspiration, Punk? Was it that he was just like, I can do better than this. I can do better than this in a week. Oh, that is fantastic, dude. That game of yours... I'm sorry that you're like, oh no, I had to like... change the name of the executable in order to be able to actually play the game is just too much, man. Yeah, he said, I think I can make something better in 2 days. You said bet. And then he produced this, which... mission accomplished. Oh yes, and I highly recommend, yo, if anybody wants to check out some wild old fighting games, Super HC is a good one to go through. God. Yo, it's the ping pong combos, man. H&K's got basketball. We play ping pong in this house. It's just the way it is. This is genius. I'm so stoked to see, because if you go check out Andrea's Twitter, they have footage of the upcoming second character for this game that they're going to be putting into it. And I'm like, I don't know exactly what they do yet, but man, what is their twist? How do they change? How do they interact with this system in a different way than Naomi here? That's exciting. So, I want to see where they go with this, man. Really fast, rapid iteration, small scope projects. They're so interesting. Guys, I'm going to play 9 million fucking fighting games over the next year. Like, I will play your game that you have spent a decade developing, that is your magnum opus. I will absolutely do that, and I will support you in that endeavor if that's what you want to do. But you can also just put stuff out there, man. Like, I think especially in the indie space where there's this like, can you compete? Can you spend the same amount of time as Capcom spends on their fighting game and produce something that people are going to be like, this over this? Probably not. Are you going to be able to do something like this that Capcom is never in their fucking million years going to do? Yeah, and you should, because it's hype, man. Oh my god, is it ever. So, yeah, give me that. Give me more community collabs, 100%. So many good things. There's an indie dev I follow, Zuo Arts, and they are currently working on a kart racing game, and they're going to be bringing in their characters. Their cast of characters is going to be in part brought not only from their games but from other indie games. And I retweeted it, man. Go. I want fighting game characters in kart racers. I'm so happy that Monochromatic Hermit, for the developer of Heatwave, is putting a visual novel into their fighting game. Thank you, right? Like, and if you don't want the visual novel, that's cool. It's also a freaking amazing air dashing fighting game. But like, also give me the visual novel, right? Like, I want more, man. Just be willing. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much of the fighting game stuff out there that is, like I said, how hard is it going to be to fight with ArcSys and Capcom and Bamco doing what they're doing, right? Even Skullgirls. Are you going to be able to fight Autumn Games on what they're doing? Probably not, right? And look at the developers who have tried that, right? R.I.P. them's fighting herds. Like, what the hell, man? That is a risk there, right? So, do you need to go there? Can you do something like this? Andrea's making it happen. Like, I don't know how, I mean, I'm not going to speak to their, like, whatever their financial success or anything like that. But, like, I mean, in fairness, they've done a lot of hobbyist stuff and have only recently really done their, like, full paid games, right? So, but it's a zone that they can operate in, right? So, I don't know. We gotta consider that. Man, that shit with TFH hurts. It hurts. It really does. But that's kind of the market, right, man? Like, the market for fighting games is hard. So I think, yeah, I've been seeing a lot more fighting game devs, especially the indies, reassess their like scope for their games, right? Where everyone does. Everybody, you want to be the next Skullgirls, the next indie fighting game to sell 3 million units or whatever the hell that they're at now, right? Like, dude, that would be phenomenal. But there's already a Skullgirls, and they're still working and they're still selling, right? So you have to supplant them if that's what you want to be. Right? You might be able to catch up to the Rivals of Aethers, but think of how much of an anomaly Rivals of Aethers is, right? So, yeah, right? You'd be happy to get 30 sales. This is, I don't know. I've been trying to like ascertain the scope. What is the scope? This is the possible size of the indie fighting game market. Right? I'm talking like realistically, how many units can you be expected to sell making a fighting game that is not associated with a major IP, that does not have backing from a major publisher or developer, right? What is our cap, right? At the very least, not even like, we don't even know, right? This is the aggregate sales data, especially for something like that. It's hard to come by. But what's up, Ponton? All right, so what are we just saying? Making fighting games is hard. It's difficult. So support your indies, friends. Y'all are here. This is your weekly reminder. Support your indies, whether they be indie artists, whether they be indie. We're all artists. If you're a streamer out there, you're an artist, man. If you're out there making cool shit and making cool shirts, like Butler and the Fraud Crew and Joe P. Real and all those amazing people, use your Bezos bucks, friends. I know a lot of us have that Twitch Prime sub lying around. Make sure to drop that Twitch Prime sub on an amazing streamer. If it's here, that's amazing. I appreciate your support. But if it's not, like I said, that punk is out there, Mohas, Gridlock. You got a ton of amazing folks doing amazing stuff here on Twitch. Don't let Amazon keep that money. Make sure it gets to somewhere else. And support your indies wherever you can, guys. Yo, there you go, Butler. Yeah, they got their stream every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, right? So if you're sitting on that Prime sub, right, and you're like, damn, I want to support someone new this year, that's what I try to do. I try to, like, rotate it around, right? Like, I do the same thing with my Patreon. I have a handful of Patreon subs that I have, and I switch them out. Every couple months, I do a couple new creators, right? Same thing with the Prime. Might throw it to someone for 2 or 3 months. Might throw it to someone else. Who knows? So think about that, right? But whatever you do, make sure those Bezos bucks get spent, because Jeff Bezos is a jerk, and he doesn't deserve that $250 or $394 or whatever the hell it is that someone gets. But I swear, so many amazing streamers out there really do deserve it. So, friendly reminder, folks. And yo, we're going to be right back. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate you coming and checking out what Andrea's been working on. It is dope. It is amazing. It is interesting. Like I said, go pester them on Twitter. Make sure that you tell them you want to play the game, and I am sure they will give you access to it. I need to put that in a pin. Jeff Bezos is a jerk. Yo, next. Speaking of which, I'm working on some cool merch for my store. Actually, maybe that is an appropriate. Fuck Jeff Bezos. Spend your Bezos bucks. Like, yeah, I'm working on it, man. Yo, Magneto, for real, like the indie games, it can sometimes be a lost cause fighting with the big guys out there, right? So, like, don't fight with them, right? And that's it. And you've seen subgenres just like say, we're going to focus on this small market, right? And we're going to cater to them, and they are willing to support us in a way that makes our work sustainable. You've seen it with cozy games. You've seen it with horror games. You saw it with boomer shooters, right? And a lot of these genres have now hit kind of critical mass as they have shown that there is a sustainable market for it. And as other people have moved in, it has expanded, right? And so that, I think, like, big picture, like, that is kind of the approach, right? And I think the fighting game devs are on their way there. They understand that they have a small but passionate audience. Like, look at y'all, right? I see it. So I am it. So I think they recognize that, and it's about being like, okay, what can we do to cater to that audience that doesn't kill us because we're trying to keep up with the big boys in ways that are unsustainable? And then try to grow that from there. And I think you've seen it. You've seen it happen with the retro scenes within the fighting game community and how they have exploded over the last 5 years. And I think we've started to see it with the indies as well. And I think we're on the right track in that regard. But it's going to take some recalibration going forward to make sure that, devs are doing what's right for them as well as what's right for the fans and the communities, and that the communities are able to support those artists in a way that makes sense. The indie horror games. So many Chuck E. Cheese Night Trap games. And yes. But the fact is, look, fighting games are no stranger to Street Fighter clone, to Mortal Kombat clone, or whatever the case may be, right? So we've already got a little bit of that, right? I think building that strong audience, that's good. We're gonna get a bit more of that, man. Like, There's going to be, it already happened actually. There's a bit of the, like, you saw the explosion of Five Nights at Freddy's clones after that blew up. And you started seeing it right after Yomi Hustle. When Yomi Hustle hit, there was like, if you go through itch.io, you can find a bunch of like TAS fighting games that came out in the wake of Yomi Hustle, right? And it's like, anything that hits like that is going to generate that kind of stuff. But that's why the folks around here, we have that media literacy, man. We're able to discern. All right, friends. Yo, I'm going to be right back. I got to get myself a drink. Hang in there. We're going to be back with KenJu, man. We're going to do some unreleased Atomic Wave fighting games when we get back. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome on back. It's Niche Fighter Monday. I am, of course, Mr. MKL. Welcome to the basement. I see you there on the couch. I appreciate you joining in. Yo, we're diving into some more unreleased fighting games. This one was a canceled fighting game from, Dream Factory. Man, for 4 years, people were like, MKL, why don't you play Tobal number 2? MKL, come on, Tobal's the GOAT, right? And then I look around, and who's playing Tobal? No one. No one was playing that game. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, is this a thing? Like, is this a joke? Are y'all memeing on me and you're trying to get me to play like a Garbo fighting game? And it's like, no, Tobal is legit. It's just that no one plays it. But Dream Factory also made a bunch of other fighting games. We were talking about a bunch of other games in general. The Bouncer, Toshinden for the Wii, a whole ton of games. And then in 2005, they had this game, KenJu, which unfortunately never saw the light of day. Getting like 95% complete and then never seeing the light of day. So it was eventually released as... or it was preserved thanks in part to Showtime, the guy behind the Exa Arcadia platform. And it is now available to play. So yeah, it was an Atomic Wave game, which is the Sega arcade board based on the Dreamcast. Or I guess maybe the Dreamcast is based on the arcade board? Perhaps that's more accurate? But let's boot it up and see what it's all about. This one is a 1v1 2D fighting game, but of course, being on the Dreamcast, we have our... Oh, sorry, yes, Sega's Dreamcast, that was Naomi. Thank you for the correction. Thank you for the correction. There are too many. I get all of the Sega arcade cabinets mixed up as well, right? Like, cause what? There's like the Astro City, and then, God, they have like 9 different ones. I am always getting them mixed up. Yeah, we on Fightcade. This is in fairness, my installation of Flycast is old. Is that what the progression with Naomi 2 then Atomic Wave were the systems? Oh, okay.
Select your character.
So yeah, 12 characters, guys. Some questionable, I'm gonna say it, some questionable art out there. Well, okay, immediately, one of the things that I really like, the alternate color palettes are like completely different outfits. And then we have selectable supers. So everyone has access to 3 supers. So actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I got a save state, don't I? There we go. There we go. So, light punch, 4 buttons, man. Light punch, strong punch, light kick, and strong kick. We have special attacks, as you would expect. I got a little flip kick. I got a little dragon punch. I have a little Rekka, or not, it's not a Rekka, but it's a backhand. Yeah, KO, I love when that happens, man. Like, not just an alternate color palette, but like, right, you get the, whatever, fucking ninja girl versus a schoolgirl costume, right? So, this is really cool. So you can see at the top, right, there's this bar, which gets pushed further and further to max. When it is at max, if you initiate a special, I believe, let's see, if you initiate a special combo, there you go, you are given infinite juggles for the duration. So it's this little tug of war bar that they have. So as you apply more pressure, you will get like this boon going forward, right? It's really cool. I really like the idea. The game has a pretty easy, everyone has like an auto chain. So, right, your magic series is light punch, light kick, heavy punch, heavy kick. Or I believe you can go, yeah, so heavy kick is your ender, right? Yo, Zam, thank you. Thank you. That is fantastic. You have harassed Andrea with compliments, and the potential comment stating that next test build with 2 characters coming next week. I love it. Okay, so you might also notice above our super meter at the bottom here, we got something else. So on top of our little chain series, which you can, right, you can chain into your specials, and then when that gauge is full, right, your special, doing a special is what is like what initiates it. Reminds you of boxing fighter design that you never got around to implement, where you set the pace, you get +1 advantage to all attacks. And, okay, and it's really interesting that it's almost always wrestling games and boxing games that incorporate this kind of tug-of-war mechanic, right? You see it in Gruden Breakblow Twist or Fist, or whatever the fuck that game is called. It has this like tug-of-war meter as well. And then Burning Angels from Retsuzen does it, which gives you this cool like dynamic of getting the crowd on your side, which gives you access to a powerful move. Right? Yeah, the old Aki wrestling games have this like spirit system. It is a common thing that you will see. So I'm always excited when I see that, and I love this idea of like you break into this like super, this like juggle state. Right? So then you get to like optimize this crazy juggle combo. How much can you get out of it? Oh, right. Our girl also has a dive kick. So yeah, you got to use your special to initiate it, which I find super fascinating. And then honestly, that in a lot of fighting games, that would be the core system, right? Yeah, Gleam of Force kind of has one. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the core. Like, that would be it. That would be it. But, dude, what do we have here? Fucking air drive? You can spend some meter, and you can go into an air combo version of this kind of thing. This is so dope. This is like, what is it? There's that X-Men, like X-Men Next Dimension, I think, right? They have that, where it's like you get into your launcher, and it gives you into, like, it throws you into an air combo, and you have a string. Rage of the Dragons has a similar one, right? Where you have, like, your auto combo sequence, which will get you into this, and you can do, oh, man, super fascinating, right? So it's like, I love that there are these, like, 2 very core systems, which I think in a lot of other fighting games would have been the game's core system, but then instead they have these 2 layers to it, right? Which I find super cool. Like, I just right off the bat, I'm like, how does this not... Yeah, how is this not an appeal to this, man? I don't know. Wild. And yeah, the game's art style is really cool. It was compared to, Project Justice, Rival Schools. It was compared to that. I believe even when it was being tested. Yeah, and you get like 1 juggle hit after that ends. So you get to do a finisher after your entire pressure bar has worn down. And so it's cool. So like you build up your pressure, right? And you can see now that it's counting back. And so I believe when it gets to the middle, it's just going to stop, right? Yeah, personally, your favorite Dragon Ball game was DBZ Legend. Probably the most accurate depiction of a DBZ fight. Yeah, you did damage You only did damage when you got full tug of war tension bar. That's cool. That's a like, once again, yeah, that's a dynamic, right? Where it's like you're not doing it. You're only pushing towards your tug of war. Once you've pushed that over, then you start dealing damage. I mean, I thought of that where it's like, yeah, is there a like a bucket system, right? Where it's like you've got to fill up a bucket of damage before you gain access. That bucket empties, and then someone is no longer vulnerable. And I guess that's actually a really good example of that. Love how Indian unknown devs do a better job of accessibility tools than most main team games. French Bread does a good job, yeah. And there's just like, there's that bit of approachability. Oh man, I wish I had like short hops, but right? And those, and it's really cool because those things are independent. So, right? So your air drive okay is, it uses your super meter at the bottom. So it's like, they're distinct resources, right? So it provides a lot of interesting potential to like what is, but when you're building your game plan, you can build it around those two things, right? Where you're like, if I know I can get my pressure bar up, right? So can I land the air drive right? Which takes a third of your bar there. So can you land that, your air drive, during your pressure install? Because then, right, spending your bar, which I also have. Oh, is it actually, is it 3? Oh, dang. Our girl's got a teleport too? Oh, dang! Yeah, it might be. Let me double check. I'll take this to the next round. I also want to see if meter should carry over, because if it takes full 3 bar for your supers. Discovery is my favorite part of fighting games. What's up, Ingo? Yeah. Yeah, so it takes all your bar. Oh, that does a lot of damn. That's why it takes 3 bars. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that feeling of discovery, man. You're right. That is exactly why fighting games are my favorite. It's so good. Oh, shoot. Dude, I didn't even realize. Okay, yeah. So, like, having... Oh, man. That's fun. Yeah, Butler. Absolutely. It's got a bit of the Project Justice vibe, though, like, honestly, nowhere near as floaty. Like, it still is a little floaty, right? But, like, Project Justice felt... I don't know. It feels way more... I mean, it obviously... Like, it feels more 3D, basically, right? I think it takes a little bit more inspiration from there. And I feel way more inspiration from something like Rage of the Dragons in this, which I find really fascinating. But yeah, this low poly, cel-shaded look, I mean, it was all the rage at the time. This strikes me as a really, like, almost a, like a, yeah, it makes sense kind of game for that you think would take off, but it just didn't get there. Okay, so for big boys... Yo, okay. Temple Guardian likes tacos. Selectable supers as well, super cool. So I don't know what the story mode is all about. I am just because I'm gonna hop into. Oh, that's cool. And you get to select your challenger.
Select your character.
Oh damn. Am I? There we go. Okay. What? Okay, now my buttons have broken. I think I think I messed up Flycast, guys.
Select your character.
All right. No, damn it. I was like, I really like this girl's costume, so I wanted to try it. But then I forgot I just picked Taco Man. Yeah, okay, but yo, for real, when you say a little bit Project Justice, like the kind of characters, they're not all school kids, obviously, like they are in rival schools, but I do get a bit of that vibe. Yeah, it's a good question, Hayama. Yeah, what's your favorite unreleased fighting game that was leaked? For you, it's got to be Dan Kuga. Oh, ooh, cool. Dash and follow up. And that's a grab. Oh, that's sick. She's got a little spin kick. And then dash, kick, follow up. Yo, we have parries? It said impact defense, which makes me think. Come on, throw it a big button, man. Yeah. Third strike style tap forward parry. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Daruka Tenshi definitely counts. That's a super fun one. Yeah, My Abandonware does have some good stuff there. Oh god, that's so cool, man. So yeah, her fireball, like quarter circle forward punch, is this command dash. And then she has like spiral arrow out of it. A slow one, a slide, right? The overhead punch, and then the overhead grab. Dude, so sick. She have reverse DPs? No. Oh, there you go. Half circles? No, that's just her forward heavy punch. Oh, that's so delayed. Yeah, Guy would be proud, right? Istanbul Valeri? Oh shit. That would have been godlike, Punk. And unique air dashes. Oh, right. That's right. So she has, yeah, that's right. So she has this little, like, pop-up air dash. But some people have, like, swoop downs and up. There's, like, really interesting dynamics to them. Oh, nice. Nice! Okay, so it does activate it. That's super cool. And then, yeah, the Kami Super. Alright. And it's a kick. Oh, it's a Rekka? The kick is a Rekka? Okay. But yeah, Hayama, I don't know, man. My favorite canceled but now available fighting game. Oh, that's tough. I mean, especially considering I've only just discovered this today. So...
Select your character.
Quarter circle back kicks. All right. All right, no, but I need to try out our grappler friend here. So... Okay, and let's see if the story mode actually works. I don't know. Oh, interesting. Right? Even translated? Dude, so much of this game was complete. But yo, yeah, Hayama, I was gonna say. So, favorite unreleased game. Honestly, Thrill Kill? Kinda good? Like, I really enjoyed that one. God. So cool, man. Yeah, Thrill Kill, hella unique in how you did damage. I was really intrigued in how that game worked, for sure. Whoa! Okay. Our dropkick will, yeah, get parried, but will also wall bounce? Or wall splat? Yo! Okay. Oh, man. Trahesh Fataish. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe Trahesh Fataish, because that game looked so cool. I really like the art in it. Okay. Our dude has to have a... It's not half circles. Right? DP kick is our anti-air grab. No, Hayama, had you not heard? Yeah, Fataish is officially no longer in development. Yeah, it's officially done. A version has been like leaked out there. That, oh, it's charge. A version has been leaked out there that is playable, and it's like the most up-to-date one. Yeah, but unfortunately, that seems like it's going to be the end of it for that game. Let's go. The spin? Yes. Yes, the full arm spin is classic. Yeah, it's such a shame, right? Because, yeah, Trahesh Fataish, it looked really good. It had an absolutely tortured development cycle, though, guys. Like, that game... It was having problems for a long time. Not the least of which was apparently several very, very drastic changes in the direction because there was no actual game design doc that was like guiding. There was no game Bible out there, man. And so when shit changed, it could change a lot, and it would mean that some people's work would be completely wasted, and I think it just kind of wore the team down eventually, so... Maybe one day someone will take charge of the even just the assets, man. If someone could get a hold of the art assets and just be like, we making a game. Okay, I am Bale. Let's go. Machine gun punch? Yes, please. Yeah, main developer extremely picky about details, so things could get delayed indefinitely, basically. I would love to do. I should try to get a hold of some of the people who worked on that game, because I would love to do a deep dive. Okay, big brawler. We got a charged up punch. Oh. Oh, is that like a dodge? Yeah, he's got sways, and then he's got responses out of it. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, and some of them give armor. Yep. Haha! Yo, this game is wild, man. And it feels really freaking good. Like, I am really unsure. I am unsure why this, like, it is so wild to me, man, that someone would say, no, we're not gonna release this game. It's almost done. Like, seriously? Like, would it seriously have cost them more? In the arcade, I guess, yeah, maybe. It actually would have cost them more to release this as an arcade game than it would be, right, to, like, just pull it and eat the losses, as opposed to try to recoup whatever you can. Alright, thank you. I was like, can the alternate outfits please not be the worst thing ever? Because these girls remind me immediately of the duo team from... Oh, what was it? Slap Happy Rhythm Busters. It immediately... Oh, Chaos Code. The both of you, that's so funny. That's so freaking funny that both of you go to Chaos Code, and I'm like, nah, Slap Happy. Chili and Pepper from Battle Monsters. Oh, Sissy from Metro Melee? Okay, I see it. Oh, man. Okay. So it's not a duo. Oh, yo, she's got the cotton overhead? Okay. Is it down? It's got to be down. How do you... What do we think? There's got to be a way to transform, right, guys? There was very clearly two of them. Oh, one's charge? Oh, one's a charge character. Oh, shit. And then one's... So, yeah, we got our normal... I think we have our normal motion character here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, never mind. She is probably the charge version. Anna and Mina. Let me see if I can... I have... Arena and Mina is what they're listed as here. All buttons. It's all buttons. Alright. Alright. What are my other buttons here, man? 623, 63124, 236. Maybe they might only have specials for one. No, there's the other one. Alright. Alright. Inside you, there are two wolves. Right, yo, Hayama, you're right. Someone said no to Dankuga. You're absolutely right. Seriously. All right. Yeah, so she is the motion character. Because, yeah, quarter circle forward. What's up, safety? Damn, wasting all my bar. Yeah, 236, 623. All right. There you go. It is KenJu. Yo, well spotted. Yes, so this one is KenJu. It's a Thomas Wave game that never got released. Yeah, Dankuga does definitely trump Kaiser Knuckle in my opinion. Fair, it doesn't look like I'm fighting space in the square, so it would stand to reason. Okay, let's go see what Roger is all about. You can combo from air drive, even if you don't jump with it. Oh, okay, cool. So it'll act, because it just does kind of act as like a ginormous launcher, and so you can combo afterwards. Oh, that's good to know. It's Athena and Yuri match in the one character. Yeah, there's a couple where you're like, oh, I see it. Yeah, so you can see the air dashes. So he's got a straight air dash. This character, if she does it, the Nanoha, you can see that, she has this like weird swoop to hers, like that. Oh, fucking Terry. All right. There's finally a Zeebo emulator? Oh, man. See how much damage this super does, though? So good. Oh god, what fighting game has a port on it? Oh no. Is it King of Fighters? Fucking Karnov? Why? Oh, boo. Get over here. That's so funny. Yeah, your air drive, it takes so long to start up, and you can't seem to combo into it. I'm having a little trouble with the special cancels as well off of full strings. They're a little bit inconsistent, I guess. Or I'm just not used to the timing, probably more likely. God, look how slow that is. Yeah, surprisingly, I mean, actually, unsurprisingly, I'm not feeling Roger here. I think Roger could do a little, could be a little bit more interesting for me. Yes, yeah, if you love some defensive mechanics, Arcus Chroma is a good one. Nice little, like, roll, guard cancel stuff going on in there. I'm definitely bringing that shit out to Toryuken. You know I am.
Select your character.
All right. The archaeologist favors fish and chips. It's Slayman. Oh, okay. Well, hang on. I gotta play the Frenchman, right? We got some half circles. All right. Roger, do just beat Terry, right? That's... Without even a fireball, apparently? I'm like, come on, we can do better. All right, emo dude. Drake real fun, are they? Oh yeah, okay, just a madman. Let's go. Ooh, I like drill kick. Oh man, air parry as well, of course. Interesting. Okay, there you go. Dragon Punch with kick. Hits on the way down. $56K. 63214. There you go. I was like, come on, there's got to be something there. Oh, okay, he's got an EX version too, basically. Spin to win. Oh, the recovery, though. Supers are cool. Like showing off the like the 3D for 2005, right? Guy, he has such funky buttons. It's so wild. Like even oh god, because what is it? Yeah, 236. It's a little lunge attack. Very funky buttons. All right, who do we like, man? Who do y'all want to see? I guess, yeah, I played Shiwa. I've played them. I haven't played Hanuman. I haven't played Eiji. Let me boot this back up. Yeah, anyone in particular y'all want to see? Hanuman? Some of you folks do like the big beasties, don't you?
Select your character.
Yo, and there's like, okay, Prisoner Hanuman or like King Hanuman. What? Throw! Oh shit, I really want to grasp someone, but also I really want to throw them. All right, he has a charge kick. Oh man. Okay, once again, you want to talk about funky ass characters. All right, so we got like a paw swipe here. All right. Okay. And we do have like a charge, like a rush punch. Oh, that chipped out, man. 214, 214. Oh, that was grasp. Oh man, I missed my grasp. All right. Okay. Oh, for real though, like. So if any of you have played Slap Happy Rhythm Busters, it is like a really fast like combo system. Hanuman could be right out of Slap Happy Rhythm Busters, guys. Like for real. Yeah, man. So I think yeah, she can. They seem to be they allow her to change it on round intros. So she's a like a duo character. So she switches between Rina and Mina, right? Oh, dude, yeah, he absolutely looks the part of one of those characters as well. It's great. Grasp. She parried it. No. And yeah, she has to have the falling attack, right? 100%. I'm really happy they let her do it. Yo, okay, hang on. The anti-air rush punch comboing off of that, I like it. Yeah, CPU is going ham, man. Yo! No. Grasper! Shit. All she needs is the facing away flailing while distressed. Absolutely. Is it Nikali? It's Nikali's older fucking cousin. That's who it is. Hang on, I gotta have some more, right? Charge 28k. It's called jumping. Oh yeah. It's funny, so the pressure gauge is actually, it seems fairly balanced, right? Like, I don't think I've actually really come across, like, being able to use it. Like, you have to actually legitimately be able to apply and maintain pressure consistently in a short period of time to really get that, right? It's super cool. And yes, Grav, Rina, Mina, like, that are, you know, it is... They're doing something. They're doing something there. I'm a little uncomfortable about this. Just a smidge. Like, this does not pass the transit test. Okay, guys? That's my rule, man. That's my rule. I'm like, yo, I do not want to yuck anyone's yum. I think I'll yuck this yum. I think I will do that. 'Cause the question is, will you watch this on transit? If you are not comfortable enough watching or playing whatever it is on transit, maybe question it. Yes. Explicitly 12. I don't want to hear anyone saying that nonsense about, oh, but she's a 700-year-old. First of all, no. Second of all, explicitly 12. Right? And it's like, it's funny because, like, look, guys, the character themselves, like, in game, it's that art, man. It's that freaking art. Like, specifically this one, because also this way less offensive. So I'm curious. Oh, one of their attacks is called Nutcracker, of course. I mean, they're dancers. Well, I mean, like, look, I get it. Just why? What's up, Dubstep? It is indeed Monday. I love Arcana Heart as a game, but the way that they go with some of the character designs, making it so freaking lewd, makes me be like, I cannot do it. Right? Like in game, they're not at, like, okay, like, they're very clearly like, look, what is wrong? What the hell is this outfit? Yeah, absolutely, right? What kills me is that, like, it doesn't need to be like that, man. You could design some of this shit in a way that is not, like, makes you question fucking life choices, right? You take back everything you said. See, Grav, I needed to address this. I needed to, right? Like, there are some unsavory character designs in fighting games. Like, we need to reckon with that. And that's it. Like, this didn't need to be this bad. Yeah, we fine on an adult character, not on a goddamn child, right? Right, Butler? Like, I think especially with some of the discussion, if you've been in any of the, like, FGC circle discussion over the last day or two, there have been some events which have allowed someone who has been banned from events for inappropriate conduct. I will say that's all I know about it. But, like, you let some of those assholes in the scene, you have some designs like this, we can do better, man. And that's it. Like, there are character designs like this on adult characters. And that is fine. Because, like I said, I'm not here to yuck someone's yum. Right? I am... that is not what that's about. But, like, you can have the dancer in the leggings doing this, that, and the other with the nutcracker move. I'm not even mad at the ball-breaking joke. Like, I get it. There's a bit of the archetype thing going on, especially in fighting games. But yeah, Koihime Enbu is a fighting game that I enjoy the systems of. It is a fighting game that I cannot play because the character design's not appropriate. Right? And I think that's it, man. So, like, it's funny. You bring up Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball, right? And I think that is kind of one of the, like, quintessential, like, thirst trap kind of fighting game thing that is usually pointed to as, like, come on, we can do better, right? There's a little bit of that everywhere, though. Let's be cognizant of this shit, friends. Oh, and yeah, Hayama. Oh, that's it. Sometimes... come on, we can do... Look at me here being hopeful for the state of the fighting game community. Right? Because this is it. Dude, like, look, man. The, what was it? Mohas termed them the step-on-me fighters. Like... This, too, Shihua, is a character design that you're like, okay, bit of a step-on-me fighter design, right? And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, fine. You can have sexy characters. Sexy characters aren't the problem. But like I said, man, amazing rule of thumb. engage with this media in public, on transit, with God and the fucking construction worker looking over your shoulder. Yeah, and you're right. On Brampton Transit, perhaps. I guess there are different standards there. I have not engaged in Brampton Transit in ages, so... Would you play on my front porch? I mean, that's another way of looking at it. Oh, it's a grab super. Right? They probably wouldn't, no one would be able to see me from my front porch, so... Too far away. In Chile Transit, oh, is that... Oh, fuck Hayama, why? I'm not surprised. Yeah, no, I am so happy I don't have to engage in public transit anywhere near as much as I used to. It was a absolute shit show day after day, man. For my fellow people out there who have to deal with the nonsense all the time, I am so sorry. Okay, and this dude, right? Like, this looks like Batsu. Like, he has the Batsu forehead. Main protag energy, 100%. Nanoha as well, honestly. Oh, okay. Oh, you do. Some of your attacks have, like, wall splat. Oh, that was so sick! Oh, shit, I dropped the last part of it. It would have killed if I just hit with anything. I'm sorry, the cross-up activation into the flying wall splat, that was dope. Yeah, now we know why it's the first to 3, 100%. I saw that at first, and I'm like, are you sure, guys? And then I was like, oh, no, you're sure. You're sure. You're sure. It also means that you have time, right? So you are unlikely to be able to build a full 3 bars in 1 round. So you're probably not going to get super in round 1. And it also means that you definitely won't do it if you use your air drive, right? So if you use your air launcher combo thing, then you're not going to get it either. So it's cool that, like, the 3 rounds give you a lot of time to play with, right? To play with your resources, where you can spend some time building it up. You can choose, oh, I'm going to use my air drive on round 1, save up in round 2. On round 3, I have super. Supers do a whole shit ton of damage, so it's worth saving up for them. And he is actually a high school student, right? So that is very rival schools-ish. Like, that makes sense to me. Okay, we have not tried Slay Man. So, Santa Claus with the big spectacle. Yeah, I would love KO. I would love to see more games explore higher round count formats with shorter length rounds. Fantasy Strike. Fantasy Strike did that. I was really pleased. Like, I like the round structure of Fantasy Strike, in part because the game plays so fast. It's such a fast pace of play, and so much happens, and it can and a round can end in seconds. That, yeah, it makes sense to give you that, right? Yeah, absolutely. And yo, I think it's important to note, guys, like, there are a lot of games that I appreciate that I don't actually enjoy playing, and there's a lot of games that I enjoy playing that I actually have a lot of serious criticisms about their systems. It's fine to like and appreciate something. I know a lot of people don't like Fantasy Strike, but Fantasy Strike does a lot of really cool and interesting things, and I think they're at least worth looking at as an example. If not, even if you don't, like, as a developer, even if you wouldn't want to do it yourself, seeing how they do those things, knowing why you like them or don't like them, can be informative for your own design or your own experience as a player. Dojo Masters, man. Love Dojo Masters for that. It can be as many rounds as it is, depending on how your exchanges go. So, that's super cool. Yes, the format, the team format for Fantasy Strike is, once again, I like a lot of fighting games. That is one that I criticize. Where is my super at? It was double half circle. Slay, man. Where you at? Desperation. 624-624P. Oh, okay. JoJo-esque. PJ, it does. This guy in particular, Slayman, could be out of JoJo's. I'd buy that. Huh? Oh, Slayman might not be complete, because, like... Oh, wait a second. Six, 2, 4. Okay. Oh, it must just be my inputs then. Oh, really? That sucks to hear, Salgadino. Like, I know, like, I'm just playing this on Fightcade. Thankfully, the JSON downloader that I'm using is actually working. But it's pretty, it's a pretty sick game, man. Like, it's got like a little bit of everything from the mid-2000s. So you feel a little bit of like Project Justice in it. You feel a little bit of, right, from the character design, JoJo's. There's like a really, like, the string format is really easy to, like, the combo format's really easy. Man. It's got like third strike parries, selectable supers. Please, sir. Please, stop. I like the screen freeze. Like, I think it's maybe I don't know what it is, man. Like crush counters, I was always a fan of. Right, especially like these, boom, 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 that big impact. I love that. Okay. So, let me see if I can get, right, B&B into a second one gives you that. Oh, okay. That's nice. That's really nice. So, if during your pressure activation you get this, it doesn't launch into it, but it does give you like a big ass juggle. Moveless and Pocket Rumble are really simple, but with the ability to counterpick characters in between rounds. It's like a game that promotes learning several mains. True, true. I like that. Pocket Rumble is really fun for that. And Fantasy Strike does a lot with that too, right? So, but I think the requiring people to play mains is always like play multiple characters is always frustrating. Like it's hard enough to learn a fighting game. It's hard enough to learn a fighting game well, and it's harder, so much harder, to learn 3 characters at a competent level, right? Right, so one combo, second combo leads into activation. And then, yeah, you can get these big launchers if you want to spend a third of your bar with that. Though I'm curious, how much regular bar do we build? Oh, you really don't build that much bar. Oh, there you go. You got to get specials. Okay. I think you can build up to a full super. We should be able to optimize to build up to a full super here. Oh, dang. Dropped it. All right, Hayama, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by as always. Oh. Oh, what's my... Oh, damn. The overhead kick. That is actually an overhead, but it doesn't combo. I do love that as a, her quarter circle ender, her, like, axe kick. Alright, let's try this one again. With full bar. What is... Oh, it's kick. I have the kick super, that's why. Oh, I can't even juggle after that? Oh, it didn't kill! Ah, shoot. I thought that was gonna actually kill. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So you can go into your air combo thing if you're in pressure mode, but you can't combo into it. So you'd have to reset. Yo, this game is super sick, guys. I don't understand why... How does... Why isn't everyone playing this? Everyone! Oh, I was hoping that would connect. Yeah, people may hear Unreleased and be like, oh, yeah, because the game got canceled. I mean, when has that stopped anyone, right? Dan Kuga has a thriving community. Fucking... I mean, probably not enough of the other canceled games, but, like, all these random niche and really inaccessible games have managed to find communities, right? But, like... In the... Like... This is just on Fightcade. Just on Fightcade. Force 5? No, I have not, actually. I'm just doing a quick search. No, I have not. Oh, these look like some cool characters. Runs on Redream. Combo game is way too excessive for you, KO. Yeah, I know. Fuck, it really sucks that Arcus Chroma doesn't have button mapping. I'm really hoping Grain Sun is like that's one of the first things that they implement. Cause yeah, man, the game works fine if you play on like a 360 or a PlayStation pad or something like that. It's perfectly fine, but it's a little awkward on arcade stick for sure. What I have found for me, I use as Punk says, I use anti-micro instead of joy to key. I find it works a little bit better. No, KO. That is it. Like I said, one of my few complaints about Arcus Chroma is the lack of button remapping. But what I have found is that if because you can like plug in your controller as like a 360 controller, X input, D input, and all that. There's like a generic PC one that you can use that Windows recognizes it, but most games don't recognize it. And then I do that, and then I use anti-micro. Yeah. So if you're on Hitbox, you should be able to do that. One of the modes that you plug into, odds are the game's not going to recognize it, but your PC will. And then you just assign it to anti-micro, and you can map it, whatever. And so that's what I have done. So I just have a loadout now that works for me, and it's mapped. But I also played this game I played Arcus Chroma for like a year and a half without changing the buttons and just using a weird button layout on my controller because I was just like, I just want to play the game, man. And if this means this is what I got to do, then so be it. The thick thigh waifu as a fighting game character archetype does so much heavy lifting in terms of visual appeal. 100%. Developers know what they're doing, man. I'm sorry. When they put certain types of characters in games, they know full well what they're doing. Brawler Goth Girl, you know that's appealing to a demographic, alright?
Game over.
Yo, Asura Buster! Aw, shit. Man, there are some freaking amazing games out there. All the Sunsoft ones totally deserve it. Create the game you want to play. You got it, Grav. These guys know, they know what's up. These guys and girls, they know what's going on. Oh, yo, I love this, man. We even have our, like, attract mode. Like, this looks really good. I'm surprised. Like, this would have caught my eye. Right? Like, just out and about. This totally would have caught my eye. Yo, everyone, go check this game out. It's super sick. And yeah, and thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for swinging by the stream today. I'm going to be wrapping it up. I appreciate y'all hanging out. You can see it there, guys. Yo, up here. Follow me on the Twitter. Follow me if on the... We got a Discord as well, man. If you want to come hang out with some cool people in the digital basement, you can come hang out in the Discord. We got Twitter. I'm always uploading stuff on the YouTube. You can check out the streams on YouTube as well as on Twitch, of course. And yo, for super fans, if you really want to help keep the lights on around here, first of all, just keep swinging by, and it makes it worth it. But also, the Patreon's there. Probably the best way to support creators out there these days is through Patreon, honestly, or Ko-Fi, or whatever direct support. Like, you can pay less than a Twitch sub, and more of the money will go to me and help support me here if you go through Patreon. So, if you got some money in the couch, if you got some of that digital change in the digital cushions, definitely consider doing that. I'd appreciate it. But you know what? All that really matters is that y'all swing by, enjoy some games, and be awesome along with me. So, thank you everyone for doing that today. I'm going to call it. Stay safe out there. I'm going to be back later on this week doing some Kingdom Hearts 2, trying to finish up that, my first playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. And I'm working towards a special event that everyone will be able to get to enjoy some stuff. Some new cool and fun stuff happen in the basement. So stay tuned, friends. Be nice to yourselves out there. Be nice to each other. And I will see you next time here in the digital basement.